So the Supreme Court just handed down a pretty big decision today. They have ruled in favor of a Colorado baker who refused to bake a wedding cake for a same-sex couple over their religion. Oh, it's my religious liberty to not have to bake a cake. Here we go again. Now, this is a 7-2 ruling. Now, I love how the media is like, what? Narrow ruling. Narrow ruling. Well, the ruling itself, to be honest, is just really, and I'll explain a little bit more why they call it narrow, but as far as a win, I mean, 7-2, that's a big win. So I'm going to explain why. Now, in this ruling, the court held that the Colorado Civil Rights Commission showed hostility towards the baker, Jack Phillips, based on his religious beliefs. Now, this ruling was written for the majority by Justice Anthony Kennedy. Now, he held that members of the Colorado Civil Rights Commission showed animus towards Phillips, specifically when they suggested his claims of religion were made to justify discrimination. But wait a minute, that is the reason. That is what happened. It is justification for discrimination based on your ancient religion. Now, your ancient religion is not the religion of the country. It's not the religion, I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. There are gay Christians. I'm assuming it's not the religion of the people who are trying to get a cake. So why should we have to follow someone else's religion? I don't really understand that. No, what this is that, of course, it's another case of somebody selectively cherry-picking the Bible to justify discrimination. If you're in the service industry, for example, you bake cakes, or you make pizzas, or whatever, right? And you get paid and contracted to do a service that you normally offer, well, then you do your service. You honor the contract regardless of your beliefs. That's how it's supposed to work. However, according to the court, in this specific decision, right, and that's where the narrow part comes in, because they specifically aimed it towards this cake shop. They said that the work of Jack Phillips is considered an art form. Oh, no, it's art. Cake is art now. Really? I mean, sure, that's an interpretation, and it's certainly the interpretation of the court, but I don't believe it's art. It's a cake. Now, let me give you a quote here from the representation here. This is the Alliance Defending Freedom. That's funny. Senior counsel Kristen Wagoner. She said, quote, creative professionals who serve all people, which it's pretty clear that he did not serve all people, should be free to create art consistent with their convictions without the threat of government punishment. So now it's art. So if you create any sort of thing that you could say is art, then you could basically use this case as precedent and say, oh, look, the guy who didn't want to bake cakes for gay people, well, it's because he was creating art. Well, I create mugs, and I don't want to sell it to homophobes. What? Those are my beliefs. They're sincerely held beliefs that I think homophobes are terrible and that I don't want to sell things. Hey, man, it's my art. It's my art. And so what else is art? Designer shirts, company logos, television shows. Should they not have to, or should they basically not hire people who are gay? You can't work on my show. It's art. And I hate gay people. I mean, what is it? I mean, what about Starbucks cups? Conservatives would love to get riled up about those. Well, they could refuse to serve conservatives. Hey, man, it's my art in the cup, and I don't want this art being used by bigots. Just saying. Look, the ruling, as I said, is very narrow in scope to try to prevent some of these other situations. But, however, we don't know what the long term is going to what's going to happen in the long term, what kind of precedent this is going to set for other court cases going forward. And that's the worry, right? That's the problem here. When you set one, you end up setting some sort of precedent. That's disastrous in the long run, I think. Now, look, one more thing that I noticed here, reading through the coverage of the ruling, is I keep noticing how the different outlets who covered this, in this case CNN, they tend to go back about how mean the Civil Rights Commission was, right? These are the ones who originally said, no, you have to make the cake for the gay people. We don't care about your personally held religious beliefs. We have a non-discrimination law in our state, in Colorado, that says that you can't discriminate against gay people or black people. You can't keep a service from somebody just because of something that you don't like about them, whether they be black or homosexual in this case. So, in my response to that, and I love how they keep pointing that, they were so mean. They were so mean to this guy for his sincerely held religious beliefs. What are you, fucking snowflake? I'm sorry, did the commission hurt your feelings? Are you mad that the commission came down on your bigot ass? Apparently so. Apparently so. Look, these are the same people, by the way, on the same side of people who say and wear shirts that say fuck your feelings. But when it's their feelings, when it's their sincerely held religious beliefs, or any sort of sincerely held belief, well, how dare you? How dare you attack that? We are so delicate. We're so delicate. Now, Kennedy wrote, the neutral consideration to which Phillips was entitled was compromised here. So the whole point is like, well, businesses are supposed to be, the government's supposed to be neutral when it comes to, the right of gay people to get service, but the right of business owners to have their own religion, or businesses themselves to have their own religious beliefs. He said, the commission's hostility was inconsistent with the First Amendment's guarantee that our laws be applied in a manner that is neutral towards religion. They were hostile, right? Well, let me tell you why I believe that they were hostile. Because the whole thing is ridiculous. Look, the whole argument is, well, if I make a cake for a gay wedding, well, then I'm making it in support of that gay wedding, and that makes me uncomfortable. No. See, you making a cake for a gay wedding doesn't make you in support of gays, and it doesn't make you gay. Just like baking a Confederate flag cake doesn't make you a loser. Because, I wonder if it would just be, like, my favorite Confederate flag cake would be white, by the way. Vanilla. Just saying. Do your jobs. Come on. Just because somebody makes you feel, ooh, icky, uncomfortable, oh, they're gay, oh my God, I can't make a cake for those guys. Because I don't like them. No, do your fucking job or get out of the cake making business. Now, let me give you the rest of the opinion of the court, right? Quote, the outcome of cases like this and other circumstances must await further elaboration in the courts, all in the context of recognizing that these disputes must be resolved with tolerance without undue respect or disrespect to sincere religious beliefs and without subjecting gay persons to indignities when they seek goods and services in an open market. But see, here's the problem. It is an indignity. Look, if you are uncomfortable with possible clientele coming into your shop and asking for a service, then maybe you shouldn't be doing this service. I go back to the Muslim butcher, right? Oh no, I don't want to cut ham or bacon because it might offend Allah. Well, then stop being a fucking butcher. Get another job. If your religious beliefs get in the way of you doing your fucking job, then I don't want you doing that job. Oh, but I want to make cakes. I'm good at cakes. Well, then make your own fucking cakes for yourself. Don't go into business unless you want to serve everybody who wants a cake that comes through that door. Within reason, of course. I mean, like, let me give you an example. There are gas stations, no shoes, no service, right? That's fine. Because that's not discrimination based on orientation or skin color. It's based on, you ain't got no fucking shoes. Get out of here. Go put some shoes on. Go put some sandals on. Wear bread bags for all I care. But wear something when you come in my store. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. What I do have a problem is, oh, you're gay? I don't want to serve you. Oh, you're black? I don't want to serve you. And I don't see a difference between those two things. I just don't see those two things as different. They are. But anyway, look, again, this indignity, right? That's the whole point of the Civil Rights Commission in the first place. To solve this. Look, if you think that baking a cake for a gay wedding is so horrible that you can't bring yourself to do it, like, oh man, God's going to send me to hell for baking that cake. Well then, look, you don't belong in business. I'm sorry. You don't belong in that business. Simple as that. Now that leads me to the dissent penned by Notorious RBG, joined by Justice Sonia Sotomayor. They argued that when a couple contacts a bakery for a wedding cake, the product they are seeking is a cake celebrating their wedding, not a cake celebrating heterosexual weddings or same-sex weddings, and that is the service the couple were denied. It was simply a cake. That's it. They were denied a service that no one else was denied based on orientation. And it's all because Phillips, Sky God, would be unhappy with him. I thought we lived in America, not Saudi Arabia, not where somebody's religious beliefs rule over everyone else. America's supposed to be secular, where everybody's treated equally, irregardless of religion. Now, in this case, is the cake maker not allowed to believe in his religion? Is the government telling you, no, you cannot be Christian? No. He's saying, look, if you're in business, you have to treat everyone equally. At home, you can hate gays however much you want. But when you're in your store, and when somebody asks you to bake a normal wedding cake for them, but replace the little, figurine of a woman with a dude, that's not that hard. That's not that much to ask. I mean, look, you've got to service everyone within reason, or you should service no one at all. This whole thing makes me want to convert to Christianity, open up a seafood restaurant, and decide not to serve shrimp. Shrimp is an abomination. It's in the Bible. Look it up. Now, how successful would I be doing that kind of thing? No, I serve seafood, except that I don't serve seafood because seafood in the Bible is banned. Well, not very successful. And by the way, along with shrimp and gays, God also hates mixed fibers. So you better not wear anything polyester or a blend. It makes you wonder why modern Christians, who it's so obvious what's in the Bible, are not boycotting Long John Silver's, Red Lobster, and The Gap. Just saying. It's hypocrisy, right? And it's cherry picking the Bible in order to discriminate other Americans. That's the problem that I have. Okay? And unfortunately, what we have is a Supreme Court that is not only incredibly conservative, but is also incredibly pro-business, pro-corporate, right? So much so that now, I mean, you look back to Hobby Lobby, right? Your businesses apparently now have religious beliefs. No, they're corporations. That's it. They're legal fictions. They don't have religious beliefs. They're there to serve you, to get into a contract with you. You give them money, they give you whatever product and service you paid for, and that's it. And that's it. Look, conservatism has gone insane. It is no surprise to me, thanks to shit like this, that more and more Americans are now becoming unaffiliated with religion in general. And personally, I cannot wait until the day that people embrace logic and reason and abandon their sky gods. I'm not saying like I would ban religion. I want this to become like a natural evolution, an actual evolution of rational thought. And that day, to me, can't come soon enough. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.